Nobel Prize winner Gabriel Garcia Marquez's 1967 magnum opus, 100 Years of Solitude, has long been considered one of the greatest works of modern literature. However, during Marquez's life, he refused to sell the rights to the novel because he felt a film adaptation would not come close to scratching the surface of this century-long tale. Now, with the blessing of his sons Rodrigo Garcia and Gonzalo Garcia Barcha, who serve as executive producers, Netflix has adapted this sweeping masterwork into a two-part limited series spanning over 16 hours of television. Netflix hasn't yet announced when Part 2 will premiere. With directors Alex Garcia Lopez and Laura Mora at the helm for Part 1, 100 Years of Solitude is exquisitely detailed and layered in intricate symbolism. The show is one of the most faithful page-to-screen adaptations in recent years. A tale of family, fate, power, and the frailties of humanity, 100 Years of Solitude begins in the mid-19th century with forbidden love. Amid a euphoric gathering, the audience is introduced to young lovers, José Arcadio Buendia, Marco Antonio González, and Ursula Iguarán, Susana Morales. Unfortunately, their relatives aren't basking in the glow of the newlyweds. Because José and Ursula are first cousins, the family's fears about inbreeding encroach on the celebration. Ursula's mother terrorizes her daughter with sinister predictions that she will birth monstrous babies with pigtails. Enraged by the constant disapproval, José kills a local man for mocking his marriage. Once acquitted of the murder, he and Ursula pack up and set out to find a place to live away from the stares and jeers. Yet, before the couple begins their quest, Ursula's mother reminds her, no matter where you run, you will never be able to escape true destiny. Throughout the first episode, Macondo, the pair and the friends who follow them wander across Colombia for years before settling down and building a small village in the middle of a swamp. José promptly names the town Macondo. In this place, no one decides for others. Fair-minded and focused, José ensures each quaint house gets equal sunlight and water. Over time, Ursula gives birth to 3 healthy children, José Arcadio, Tiago Padilla, Aureliano, Geronimo Echeverria, and Amaranta Luna Ruiz, all possessing perfectly human bottoms. Still, as the Buendias quickly learn, there is no true utopia where humans have free will, personal ambitions, and lust. 100 Years of Solitude, Part 1 comprises 8 episodes wrapped in haunting images. Cinematographers Paulo Perez and Maria Sarasvati unveil an expanding family and Macondo in sequences that echo the Buendia's past, present, and future. Under production's designer Barbara Enriquez's vision, the series showcases elements like the lush but treacherous Colombian mountainside to segments of magical realism, including a young girl bleeding in a bathtub in the river and the ghost of a dead man haunting the living. Unlike most book-to-screen adaptations, aspects of this narrative aren't rushed or skimmed over. As much time as the audience spends on the main character's dialogue, the camera also lingers on everything from the various settings of a rapidly expanding Macondo to the loaves of bread and soups in Ursula's kitchen. As the show presses through time, respectability politics, illegitimate children, sibling rivalries, self-harm, incest, and mental illness bend and shift the Buendias, driving some family members out and pulling in others. Over the years, their home transforms from a quaint bungalow to a sprawling mansion. However, the family dynamics are only one segment of this tale. Previously sequestered from the rest of civilization, Macondo's massive growth opens the doors to government interference. By episode 6, Colonel Aureliano Buendia, there is also a vicious and bloody depiction of Colombia's Thousand Days War, which pitted conservatives and liberals against one another. The performances here are exceptional. Marleta Soto, who plays an elder Ursula, is practical with a vicious streak. Claudio Caton, who portrays adult Aureliano, is haunted by premonitions and his ill-fated desires. Meanwhile, Nicole Montenegro and Laura Grueso, the younger and older versions of Rebecca, respectively, haunt each scene they are in, from the minute little Rebecca appears at the Buendia's door holding a bag of bones to the bold and stunning woman driven by her sexuality. Still, no character is more transformed than José, portrayed by Diego Vasquez in later episodes, who becomes hyper-focused on his inventions and alchemy instead of the contentment of his wife and children. Though the series' pacing feels too lackadaisical at times, the beauty of 100 Years of Solitude allows the viewer to absorb every intricately curated frame and moment. As a result, the Buendia's past is a continual echo no matter what generation the story is presently in. It's a reminder of how much history informs the present and why human beings are so often doomed to repeat it. Moreover, the narrative suggests that isolation and languishing in one's self-interest frequently breeds the rot of morality.